Hello and welcome to the Mail Review. I am your host, Cordero.
I am Aaron.
I'm Richard.
I'm Nelson.
Welcome back, Richard and Nelson. We missed you last week.
Hi. Yeah, we're back. I'm back. I had some.
We're back.
It's fine. So today, gentlemen, we have 5 clips. We're going to run through them and give our honest commentary. So the first one is queued up, and let's get started. Let's add this to the stage. Is it playing?
But outside of your presence, they are absolutely shitty people to other people. And a lot of you all be online caping for people are upset when somebody shares their experience with your friend because they're shitty. Because they have bad attitudes. They don't speak. They're not nice people. Just because they're nice to you doesn't mean they're nice to other people. I don't, somebody sent me an inbox. I don't understand why you talking about my friend this way, because they have always been nice. They have yes, around you, but around other people that they are not familiar with or other people they are not friends, they are very much shitty people. Normalize understanding that your friends can be 2 different people.
So very true. So very true, man. He went straight in like, I
mean,
okay.
Deep.
So, well, for me, I feel like I'm 2 different people. Sometimes I'm different around certain people. Not really. I'm always my same self, but some people I don't care for. Yeah. But I choose just not to go around them usually.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I get it. I mean, I don't think I'm 2 different people. I guess I kind of adapt to the energy that's around me. Like maybe I am 2 different people then. I guess you if you want to put it in technical terms. But it's just like I just adapt to people that's around me. Like if you on some weird shit, I'm not gonna be on weird energy at all. I'm just gonna be chill. But if you like, it's like I just match energy. I guess I don't know. Like he hit all of the points. So I was just sitting here like, I mean, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nelson.
I mean, he's not wrong, but I want to hear you out, and I want to hear what you have to say about my friend, because I'm going to ask my friend, not as in I'm going to like spill tea or start a confrontation. I want to know my actual friend and how he feel. Like, do you actually like this person, or why do he feel this way, or why are you treating him this way? And then I can move on from there, and I actually would be the one to tell the person, hey, he don't think y'all gonna be friends, or hey, he's just not that into you, or whatever the case may be, to lighten the situation up. I do think sometimes people like press someone like when they first meet them and stuff like that, and sometimes if it's not a match, it's not a match. Don't mean they don't like you or not a match, so they're not going to be pleasant or like overly friendly because it's not a match. And
right,
yeah, I don't think it's gotta be no beef.
I hope you're not gonna like disfriend that. I hope you're not gonna disfriend that person just because your friend don't like them. Some people do that. Like
you know what?
Because they friend don't like this person, then they don't like the person. But it shouldn't be like that.
I hate that. No, that's not fair. That's not fair. I don't think that's right. And you could talk about my friend like I would hear you out and let you say what you have to say, and not be like, oh, don't talk. I'm not like that. I'm gonna hear you out because we grown and we grown adults. I'm gonna hear you out and what's your issue. Just as long as you don't threaten my friend. But if you just talking regular, I'm gonna hear you out.
Right.
And that's it.
I feel like in a respectful way, sometimes the person that have an issue with your friend could also bring up some things that you might overlooked because sometimes some people go hard for their friends or whatever. And I believe everybody have their individual experience. However, when I say sometimes because we're so deep with our friendship and sometimes people hang on to history that they, you know, don't see some of the red flags or sometimes they put stuff to the side. And then when you're a common denominator in certain situations, then it's like, I'm starting to kind of see it. Now, if more than one person starting to say the exact same thing, then there must be some kind of truth.
Yeah.
Just like history.
Well,
Yeah.
I kind of disagree with what Nelson said. So for me, I actually don't want to hear what you have to say bad about my friend. I just don't want to hear it like that. I feel like that has to do with you and that person. I don't want to hear it. Like if you have something
But
bad, like don't bring it to me.
so yeah,
I like
okay.
it. I like.
This.
Okay.
That's
What
just
about
my
this,
opinion.
Cordero? What about this? So, do you feel like there's a fine line difference between a person coming to you advice on a situation, just to kind of give an analytical standpoint to see, hey, the way this person kind of came, or the way I move, was it logical? And this
You
same
could
person coming to
you
a
could
person like how you say it. So those are kind of two different.
Yeah, you could tell me stuff, but I guess it depends on how far what are you saying? Because if it's going too far, I'm gonna stop you. If it's going too far, like
Right.
if it's about my friend, I'm not. I don't want to hear too much bad. If I'm
But
already
see, I'm gonna get the tea. I'm gonna get the tea from
got
my friend. I'm gonna know what's going on. So if I completely don't agree with what you said, now we just had this situation a few weeks ago where somebody inboxed me stuff, and then I came and told you guys like, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
such and such said this," but I played cool to get all the information, and then I checked him afterwards and said, "Oh, why spreading information anyway? It wasn't your place to do so. It was personal conversation, whatever the case took place. I will listen. Like I said, as long as you don't be like, I will hurt your friend, everything will be
Right. So
fine."
it's all about the way it's done and how it's said and how it's delivered would determine
Yeah.
like, okay, is this really worth my time hearing? Right.
Don't mention violence, because
Oh yeah,
she'll
yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
I
Don't
don't know.
say none of that.
Maybe I'm different. I'd be like, yeah, you can talk all you want. You can
But
talk
if
all
the
you
person
want.
coming to
Because
you,
what's known doesn't need to be explained. That like what's between me and my friend is between me and my friend. What's between you and my friend is between you and my friend.
I agree.
If lines cross, then all man been an extra 10 fingers and wow.
Right. That's what I
But
said.
I've
and
always been that person. That's always been my temperament to be like, I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm not saving nobody. We all
but you know
grown.
what? And I feel like sometimes that's the fine line though, where it's like you have to have that discernment where, okay, you coming to me like, hey, you trying to trash my friend or whatever, and I know this person, or you coming to me to bring something to my attention where it's like, you know what? Even though you beefing with this person, it's like I could somewhat see, especially if you know the friend, if you know a friend pop up and they run their mouth, and then the person come to you about how a person pop off and run their mouth, and your friend, you'd be like, you know what, I could kind of see where you're coming from because sometimes I see it time to time. We all have those moments where people come to us and they be like, you know what, you talking shit about my friend, I'm not gonna entertain it. I'm gonna come to my friend by what's being said, but however, because I know you, sometimes it's like I could kind of see a little bit of truth in what they say, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We all
It's
have
not
those.
too much on my friend.
Yeah,
It's not too much on
that's
my
still
friend.
between that's still between you and your friend. It's not between you
Agree.
and the entire world. And I think that's the difference between like friends. Now, friends now, the term friends is used loosely.
Yes.
Oh, that's my friend. That's my friend.
Why aren't you
Around and
having
fall out
this?
with your friend? Like that's not your friend. That was your acquaintance. That's not your friend.
Why
Your
aren't
friend
you
is somebody
having
that
this
you locked in with.
conversation with that person? Why are you bringing it to me?
Exactly. Why not go to
Well, you
talk to
know
my
what
friend?
the thing is,
You could be the
sometimes
problem. You could be the problem solver. That's why they probably feel like
right,
you
because
can change the
sometimes
situation.
okay, here, let's be
Definitely
honest.
not.
Let's be honest. Everybody, I feel like everybody across the board have went to a person. Now, some people are more direct and will go to a person, but some people will go to a person before going directly to the person they have an issue with, just for clarity, like, hey, because I know how I am, I'm gonna run this through you because I trust you. And sometimes you gotta pre-game your mindset and get to a mindset of, okay, you know what, I'm ready to have this conversation and enter in this in a certain logical way. Versus if I then go to a person first to verify, like, okay, is my feelings valid? Should I not invest in this conversation, or should I pay a dust or not? Because just like, Cordero, even when we talk, you'd be like, Aaron, not everything have to be addressed, and then some things I have to throw by the wayside and not address it. So sometimes it is valid to go to a person to verify certain things before just acting.
Well, a person is more calm. Like, I feel like people come to
Right.
me and tell me about my friends because
Right.
if it's heated, I would be like, no, don't do it. Like, don't tussle. I would be like that friend. Low key, I'm praying that you do tussle because I'm gonna jump in. But I'm just saying, I usually be the friend that be like, no, don't do it. Like, please, let's talk about it. I try to be real cute.
Right. And sometimes you need that. You need that because sometimes if you don't have that middleman and certain things don't go a little bit in check or review, shit could go left.
Real fast.
Not everybody's at the mature state of mind yet.
Yeah.
But I'm playing cute with you, but I promise you, if you touch my friend or if you thought I was on your side, you're mistaken.
Right. Okay, then we'll go on to the next one then. All right. Let's do this one.
Thought that if I was really close with someone, they should be the right friend for every part of my life. And when they couldn't show up in the ways that I needed them to, I'd get really upset. I'd be like, but this person loves me. Why can't they be there for me in the way I need them to right now? And my dad would always say this thing to me. He would say, in life, you have a rainbow of friends. Every friend is a different color. And when I was young, I thought that was the corniest thing ever. But as I've gotten older, I realized how right he is. Like, some friends are yellow, they're light, they're fun, they make you laugh, they remind you that life isn't that serious. Some friends are blue, they're there for the deep stuff, they'll guide you, they're not scared when you're sad, they help you feel okay. Other friends are green, they're practical, they're grounding, they'll help you move, they'll remind you that life is simple. And some friends are red, they're super protective and passionate, they'll take a bullet for you. And the real pain in life comes when we try to make one friend a color that they're not. It's okay if your funny friend can't be a good therapist or your practical friend doesn't want to go out all the time. I had to learn that friendship isn't about one person being responsible for every version of me. It's about finding a rainbow of different people who can color your life. A good friend can love you, but the right friend is the color that you need at that very moment in your life.
Yeah.
I like that.
I get it, but then I thought that was corny, the rainbow thing.
We listen. We know where this comes from, but we get the
Yeah, I definitely.
That was really good.
I agree. It's literally it's saying the exact same thing as there's every friend for every little thing, or like there are certain people for certain things. Like, you have that one friend who, like he said, you can be real deep. I mean, rip the Band-Aid off, and that's gonna tell you your shit. And then you have the other friends who want to sugarcoat it and be like, oh well, no, don't do this. We should just be nah. I'm on my Blood, Thorns, and Harmony. What are you doing? What are you talking about? Like, what are we? I definitely feel like there is no such thing as the right friend.
And then you have those friends that I guess when you know you're wrong and they call you out on your
the ones that hold you accountable.
They call you out on your stuff and let you know
sugar, honey, iced tea.
Like I'm one of them friends. Like I don't hold back. I'll tell you straightforward whether you're right or I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Don't tell me, be nice to me. Don't tell me the truth.
I'm not going to.
But here's the thing: we all need the truth to grow. So you know what? Even for myself, But here's the thing: sometimes
some people don't like the truth. Sometimes.
But here's the thing: it's how you go about it. Tone and delivery do matter. You know what I'm saying? Even the person who I despise. Listen, even a person who I despise and I can't stand them, if they tell me the truth at the end of the day, it's like, you know what, the facts are the facts. I don't like your ass, but however, I take this truth.
And I'm not caring about the tone and delivery. I'm going directly how I feel. Like, I don't care about it. But I do understand, because I've had this happen to me a couple of times with my tone and delivery, but I don't care. I'm telling you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not.
I guess I can kind of agree on both ends. I mean, you give, you give shit, you get shit. Like, but if you're not giving me nothing, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be as gentle as possible. Now, your gentle may be different from my gentle. My gentle is not. I'm gonna tell you straight up, like, hey, look, you stink. Go take a shower. Okay, like, fix that.
But
Other people
timing
might be
matter.
like,
Timing matter. You can't tell me
yeah,
something when I'm hot. Like if I'm hot, like if I was in a situation, I'm already hot, and you just come over and you start checking me, it probably won't go well. So timing
Oh
matter
yeah,
in
I'm
that
that
situation as
person.
well.
No, you can't talk
Like
logic into me once I'm heated. No, you
no,
gotta
you
you
can't. You
gotta
can't.
get me once I get to that level set where it's like, okay, I'm lukewarm, then I will listen. But if I'm in the heat, and especially with my emotions when I'm passionate,
oh, it's
there's no getting through. There is no getting
Don't
through.
tell me now. Don't tell. You better tell Jesus, and Jesus can't tell me right now because I'm not.
Right.
I
I'm
ain't listening
telling
to
you.
nobody. Yeah, literally, I ain't listening to nobody. Leave me alone.
Hello.
But even in the sense of the heat, and I know it's hard to do it when emotions are high, we still have to have some kind of awareness there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like
Mhm.
sometimes
Mm.
that anger would make you take things a little bit too far. You know what I'm saying? And we all seen that in real time. You know what I'm saying? Once you get there, it's hard to cool down there. Everybody around you be trying to comfort you and whatever, and then I'll be like, just let go of me, type shit like
That was
that.
literally me a couple weeks ago. I'm like, hey, look, y'all
Like
better
let
chill
go of
though.
me.
Fan, it's gonna
Don't
hit
grab
it.
me.
He's like,
Don't grab me. I'm the swinging friend. Don't
And,
touch
please don't grab me.
and then
I
don't be that.
guess
Don't
I
be
guess
that.
that's something I need to work on with my delivery because I know I be so straightforward and I keep hearing it, but that's just me. I won't be me.
But at least you acknowledge it. There's always room for improvement. But we all have that friend that be like, whose side you're on? It's like it's not about size. It's just like, right is right. It's just right now the time is just not it. It's not about being side. I think the
It's never.
overall goal.
That would just piss me off even more when you talking about some. Now you talking about sides. No, ain't no sides. I'm telling you, the
Yeah, I
It's
truth.
so.
call
That
them
It's
pisses me
so.
off
extreme
even more.
friends.
It's so crazy. You're so crazy. You said that about picking sides, and I always tell people how I think now is when you have a disagreement with somebody or argument, whatever. I always say you have to look back and see what went wrong in the conversation. What was said to cause a disconnect? Because when you have a disagreement, a fight, or anything, it's because failure to communicate, disconnect in the conversation. So what was said that triggered me, or what did I say that triggered you? It's never about right or wrong because if you have your beliefs and it's not changing, that's how you feel, and I have mine. I would say just the disconnect in the conversation. What caused it? What happened?
Right. But here's the thing. Let's say if two people get into it and everybody witnessed the beginning to the end, right? But the people that's in the situation don't really see it because, like I said before, when emotions are high, obviously the people that's in it's not going to really see what other people seeing in true time. So it's like going back to your point, Nelson. I agree with that, but I feel like all that kind of comes after the math when damage is already done because it's like, damn, now we got to backtrack and dissect all this shit. And when people are over it, people be like over it. You know what I feel? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
Mm-hmm.
wants to get their point across and get their shit off, but then nobody don't want to be adults and be like, you know what, let me rewind this back. Like maybe I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're heated, you don't see yourself as wrong sometimes.
When I'm mad, I don't
But
see nothing. All I see is, man, you got me twisted, and you
you,
finna get folded like a sheet.
I'm
Come on,
on you. I'm on you like white on rice. Hello.
call me the cleaners. Yeah, come here, let me help you.
No, you gonna be the grass. I'm gonna be the lawnmower.
That's
Y'all
it.
is going in. Y'all.
Snip.
Right, but
Remember
then
those
but then you
sayings?
got your good friend on the side, like once everything said and done, they be like, bitch, you know you was wrong for that. And then you be like, I don't care, this is
Literally, they be like,
and
now you should have just looked at their point of view. Excuse me, do you want to be on their side too? Because maybe you can get tossed out the
See,
window.
going back to the side thing. Sometimes I feel like it's not. It's just the facts of the situation, and sometimes we be thinking the emotions in the present time. It's the facts, and it's not. Like it is what it is. Like, listen, if you kicked it off and you started it, and my feelings is valid for the reaction, like you can't really check that. You can't check how I will disrespect you.
No, for real. But going back to the guy question, I really do think that you definitely have friends for your lifestyle. You know what I mean? You have your funny friend, you have your serious friend. I do think it's important to place them where they are. You don't want to go to a funny friend and you're serious. You know that he's going to always joke and be funny and he make light of situations. But also I feel like that's a mechanism for some people, meaning that the different people you are is just mechanism, like the defense for your self protection for yourself. Well, he's funny because he don't want to stress out and overload, so I don't want to go to him because he don't live like that. He lives calm and funny. I need to go to my serious friend. That don't mean they don't love you or they not. I can't deal with a friend that's always funny, but you just can't go to that person. So I do think you have to place people right to get the response or get what you need.
Yeah, 'cause I'm sure all of us got one of those funny friends that you're talking about that you just can't go to. They think everything is a joke and
Like life ain't funny right now, man.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it ain't. That's my uncle for you. My uncle joke about everything.
Ain't nothing funny but the air, I promise.
Swear to God.
Right, but then I feel like the issue comes when you have friends that's like hybrids of little different pieces, and then when you come to them for like maybe these 3 things out of the 8 things, then I feel like sometimes that becomes complicated because when you used to categorizing people in a certain way, and then you have a person that just gifted in 3 areas, and you get used to them in these 3 areas, then I can see how a person get frustrated, in a sense. You get what I'm saying?
Agree. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, then. Shit, we're gonna move on to this next one then.
Owned up to my mistakes, got rid of old habits, changed for the better, but you still don't look my way. And honestly, that's one of the hardest parts about hurting somebody, because sometimes people really do change. Sometimes they finally understand what they did. They mature, they become more honest, more self-aware, more careful with people's hearts. But healing doesn't always bring people back. And that's the part nobody talks about enough, I think. Because when someone gets hurt deeply, they may forgive you, but still not feel safe enough to return back to you. That doesn't always mean they hate you. Sometimes it just means too much damage happened before the growth showed up. Think about how many times somebody begged for change before they finally just gave up. That matters. And I think a lot of people believe growth guarantees another chance, right? But it doesn't. Real growth is becoming better, even if the person you wanted never comes back to see it. And that's the test of it, really, because changing only to get somebody back and changing because you finally realize you needed to are 2 entirely different things. And friends, sometimes the kindest thing somebody can do is accept the lesson without trying to force the ending they wanted. Still be proud of your growth. Still become a better person. Still move different. But understand, people are allowed to heal without reopening doors that once broke them.
Whoa.
Lord,
Pat.
I be
almost
following
started
her.
crying.
I'm alive.
Almost started crying, y'all.
I love her. I love her.
Uh-oh.
Why did you
Almost
almost
started
start crying? Why?
Uh-oh.
What did you get from that was about to make you cry? Did you kick the chair?
Woo. Yeah. Oh.
It's like
Um,
that sometimes.
I definitely agree with her.
Oh Lord. Ooh.
Sometimes the damage. Uh oh.
Uh-oh. What's
Sometimes the damage is too hard for you to come back, and you have to like continue to grow within yourself. And you can you can look back as much as you want and want to like bring back the past or want to bring back someone because like I'm changing, I'm different, and it could never be that. But you have to be okay with the person or whoever not coming back, but continue to grow. And that's been happening for me is continuing to grow, letting go of the past. I want the past, but it's never going to come back. So I can't stop my growth. It is a hurtful whole process, but you have to continue to grow and you have to look forward and to your future. And whew, yeah, it almost took me out, yeah.
No, you know what? I could definitely understand because even for me, I feel like this is kind of the last 4 years. I feel like I've been on this wave where it's like
Whew,
people
wait.
just been coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. And it's like she said, y'all see me dealt with a lot of shit and people I should not dealt with in real time, especially with Richard Cordero. Y'all seen it all. But with that being said, it was a hard lesson I had to learn because like when you get to that point where when the damage is done and some things can't be taken back and you just fed up, it's like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's sad because it's like, you all be thinking like, damn, every situation, every time I look back at a memory, this person's connected to this and they no longer here. But at the same time, it's like I be telling people, even if we fall out or we just don't talk no more and we just go apart, it's no beef. It's just, shit. You had your time and it expired. And then if they want to know, hey, why we not as close as we used to be, I don't mind running down the resume. That's nothing for me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was friends with a couple people who I considered family, who have met my family, and we don't talk at all anymore. Like we're not friends. Right? We fell out. Like it was bad. And then I moved up here, and it was when I moved up here when everything started just unfolding, and it just made me realize like it is what it is. It didn't make me. It hurt. It did because I've spent close to 20 years with these people. So it's like for me to not talk to them anymore and for me to not be friends with them anymore, it's like, well, damn, was it me? Like, am I the problem? But then, like, even people that I talk to now, I talk about it and they're like, well, no, you've explained everything. You had clear boundaries. Those were your options. And it wasn't like you were getting any, like, assistance or anything. I was like, no, this is all God and effort, sweetheart. That's it. So, for me to go through the things that I go through, it's like it's hard for me to let it go. So I get it. Going through that hurt, no sit, and like trying to be this good person and growing from it, it's hard.
But the question is, Nelson,
All of that.
the question is now that that person, whoever this person is, do you see growth in them now or no?
I see growth in them. For sure. It was mainly like growth within myself that I needed to see. And for me, what make me emotional is because I'm continuing to move forward and I am growing, which makes me feel like the chapter is completely closed, which is fine, but it's still like a little hurt, and it's like I'm growing, I'm evolving, I'm meeting new people, I have a new life. My whole everything I'm doing now is different, like I was engaged. I was dating for like almost 10 years. So everything I'm doing is like a whole new world. So me proceeding forward is like it's really happening. So it catch you up sometimes.
I
I
agree.
I get it, and it also not just with friends, not just with relationships. It's also with family. It's
That is true.
Yes.
it's
Everybody, family, everything is included. Because sometimes you have to leave family behind. You cannot. You have to leave family behind. I was just telling my cousin this actually. Like her and her sister are disconnected. I was like, sometimes the chapter have to be closed. Does not mean it have to be. It can't be revisited later. But
Yeah.
right now, it's so much hurt that you have to close the chapter because it's only chaos that is wrapped around you guys. So you have to let it go for your peace of mind.
Yeah,
You know,
sometimes with family, sometimes even it can be just like y'all grew up together, or it could be cousins, whatever. Y'all grew up together, but sometimes, like, you just kind of, what word am I looking for? You kind of grow apart.
right,
Hmm.
Like, honestly, for me, I have cousins and things like that, and I had one, like, a really close one, but we grew apart as we got over there, and literally, he lives down the street from me.
and
Hmm.
I think the other thing is sometimes, I try to give grace where sometimes, even when it comes to family and friendships or just any relationships in general, you never know what a person's going through in the moment. So it's like sometimes it might look chaotic, but I believe sometimes people are too prideful. Some people are prideful where they're not going to tell them, hey, this is what's going on with me, X, Y, Z. Some people just gonna let the fire just burn, not even try to extinguish it or even try to mend it. Some people are just self sabotaging. You get what I'm saying? Where they feel
Mm,
like they're not worthy of a friendship or worthy of good things. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
sometimes it's like when you see that coming in real time, it's like, damn, you got to get to a point where you feel like you worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you sabotaging this friendship for? Like, why are you sabotaging this opportunity for? And you worth so much more. You worth it all. You get what I'm saying?
I definitely get what you're saying.
It's
I
hard not to sabotage though. It'd be hard.
not even sabotage. It's just sometimes like I'm the type of person I try not to sabotage, but I just be really over it. I'm like, I'm over the bullshit. I'm over the drama. I'm over the negative energy. Like the arguing, the back and forth. Like you can another person be like, oh, I need closure. And the whole time the chapter has been closed like 4 chapters ago. Like, baby, you're late. You're late to the game. I closed mine. Like I said what I said. What my last words were peace. Whether they
Right.
were bad or ugly, they were my words. They were my feelings. So it's like after I settled that, it's just it is what it is. Or sometimes like if I'm like depending on a relationship with the person, I'll text them later on, not like too long, but like weeks later, like, hey, look, I know things are, hectic, but it was cool being your friend. Can't be your friend no more. Done. Bye. And your block deleted. All of that. Because I'm like, at this point, it's not bad blood, but I'm like, let me remove you from my life because
I
if
wouldn't like when
you,
people would do that to me because that just pissed me off even more. We was already good, but now you came back, and now I'm pissed off all over. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Like, but sometimes if even when you look at a sitcom, and if you want to use the show like a different world, for example, they always had these different guests on. And no matter how much we like the appearance, sometimes they just good for that little season arc and they have to go. You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
that's
But then
it.
that be pissing
You
you
did your
off. That be pissing
season.
you off.
That's it. You did your season. You did your episode. Besitos. Bye bye. I will see you
It's
when I
like
see
you don't know what to do with this character no more. Like you
look.
can do so much and write so many things. You can put this person through so much, and it's like, child, let me just exit this.
It's like Bad Girls Club. I see you at the reunion.
Mhm.
I see you at the reunion.
But some people it's meant to be in your life for a season, and sometimes we want to keep them around for a lifetime, and
Exactly.
they're not meant for a lifetime. And that season could be the best season that you had, but it's time to let go. And we have to sometimes
Mhm.
accept that. I think we try to hold on to things, which causes the chaos and problems. Not realizing that they only supposed to been around for 2 seasons, 1 season, and I'm supposed to move on to with my life, and it's okay. It's no shouldn't be no bad blood or anything. I mean, in my
Right.
opinion.
But you
Those
know
red
what?
flags, but we choose to ignore the red flags sometimes.
Right. But
Lost
you
in the
know,
sauce. Lost in the
I think it's
sauce.
very problematic when you have y'all ever noticed when it comes to some individuals, it's like it's always the other person's the problem. Then every time you turn around, it's like they always got a new set of friends, like a new set of nails. And it's like, wait, hold up. So then when people start questioning, wait, what happened to such and such? They be like, shit, I don't know. And it's like, how do you always have a new set of people? Like, damn,
I can't even say that. That be me. I'll be like, what you did you just say that person? Hey, look, don't ask about nobody you don't see. Don't ask about nobody you don't see. But see, with me, I don't fall in love with the body, or I don't fall in infatuation with the body. I fall in love, infatuation with the soul, or like the spirit. Like the personality is what I'm attached to. Like you can be like
good spirit.
the thing I've ever seen, but you can have the most beautiful personality, or vice versa. You can be the most. I mean, you can be fashion. I mean, like what's good,
Like,
you know, and
but
you
be
get,
slow as hell.
I'm telling you.
Or like me. So I am a people's person. That's just me. I talk to everybody, like black, white, Chinese. It doesn't matter. I'm just that person. But sometimes people get the impression like that you like that person or something like that. No, it ain't that. I could just be talking to. I'm just a friendly person. I talk to everybody. That's just me.
but you know what? I think the irony is, and when you break down that kind of situation is sometimes a person like you, when a person bump into a person like you, right, and they might think that way, that shows that maybe they're not used to people actually be like, hey, this is my name. How are you? I see you over here. Woo woo. Some people not used to people approaching them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, when people might misinterpret me as being friendly, as flirty, or trying to, you know, be on whatever, they'd be like, no, that's not.
But
it.
no,
You used to my type of
actually, you'll be able to tell us if it's a flirty situation or not.
Oh yeah, it's all in the
Tell.
detail. It's all in the detail, always.
You gonna tell because I'm
gonna be able to
you
tell.
gonna know.
If I'm flirting with somebody, it's kind of I don't know because I'm just that.
I feel like it goes without saying. It's a vibe. You can't explain a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a look. I be like,
I feel like nobody's that naive. You know what I'm saying? Now there is some naive people out there, you know, still finding their way, but I feel like it's an energy you saying ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't.
I can see the mix up though because like I'm a people person and a lot of time I come across people, and if we are in close range, a lot of people might laugh with me and then touch my shoulder or bump shoulders or something like that. So I can see the mix up, but I feel like you gotta watch out for people that dim your light or get mad at you for being a people person. Someone to be like, oh, why you always talk? I literally talk too much, okay? I literally don't shut up. So what do you want me to do? I'll be talking in my sleep. So what do you want me to do?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I do talk in my sleep.
Okay then. Well, you know, this next clip, you know, I feel like it's a very deep dive one. And I feel like it talks about stages in life and how our generation have more opportunity than others. So let's get into this next one. I think she's very interesting. Let's see her.
40s doesn't feel old anymore in 2026 is because adulthood itself has changed. Let me explain. A lot of millennials were raised by baby boomers or even the silent generation, generations that had to grow up fast. I mean, think about it. Back then, they had to move out when they were younger, they worked younger, got married younger, even had children younger, like in their 20s, which means their experimental and youthful phase happened earlier. Whereas with millennials and Gen Zs, that exploratory phase is still stretched out. I mean, some people are still in that phase in their 40s. And also, a lot of these baby boomers and silent generations, they never really talked to us about what their early adulthood was like when we were younger. They're probably telling us this now when we're actually adults, and it's like, well, it doesn't really matter now. It's not really helping me out. So when these boomers became parents, a lot of them became protective and restrictive. A lot of us were sheltered, supervised heavy, told to stay home. Don't do this, don't do that. And then you add the economy on top of all of that. People can't afford homes as easily. People are delaying marriage. People are delaying having kids. People are even switching their careers in their late 20s and 30s. People are still discovering themselves emotionally. So if you're in your late 20s, you're in your 30s or 40s, and you still wonder why you feel like a teenager, food for thought.
When I found that clip, I felt like, you know what? I've been in that space before. I've actually felt that way before. And you
Yeah,
know,
I feel that way now. I still feel young and vibrant and whatever. I don't feel like nowhere near old. But one thing I did laugh at with the stretch part, like that kind of made me laugh.
I mean, she had a valid point about, you know, because here's the thing. Sometimes we judge people on how they move, but sometimes we don't know what stage or where their maturity's at or why they the way they are. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we got to think about like now compared to I can say back then when I was younger. So we have a lot more opportunities now than we had back then. Like, heck of a lot. Like, it's so much. Like
Right.
we didn't have this the internet access like this. That was
But the
for
way that parents are doing the kids now is actually like misplacing them, because she was saying how the kids nowadays are like late bloomers. They changing their careers. It's taking them longer to buy a home, and that is because parents of this time is allowing their kids to be kids, which is not a bad thing. When I grew up, I started working at 13 years old. Kids nowadays, their parents gonna let them wait till they 16, 18. And I don't think that's a bad thing, but I know for our generation, we started early, we started young, which I feel like it's a benefit for us now. But parents today don't want that for their kids now, and that's why kids, start late, change careers, don't have a house young, and trying to figure out where as we know how to get money, we know how to tackle an actual goal.
that's very 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 true.
What's your thoughts, Richard?
I mean, I agree. As a person who's, I'm not young, but I'm not old either. So I'm in the middle, and if I grew up with the best of both worlds. Like I've watched like people younger than me grow up and have kids, and I have a couple people who I know right now who are younger than me. I mean, way younger than me, and are pregnant, expecting their first kid, or on child number 5, and I'm like, baby, slow down. Like, touch the grass, go read a book. Like, I didn't have the opportunity. Yeah, I had the opportunity to be a kid, but then again, it's kind of different because I started working at 16 legally, but I was doing the odd jobs like cutting grass and taking out garbage and shoveling snow and stuff at like 12.
Kids nowadays,
they don't do that. They're on their phones.
Nah, I don't see no kids knocking the cutting grass. I don't see none of that shit that we used to.
Y'all, when I tell y'all, kids are so privileged nowadays. Even as far as like 3 years ago, before I even moved up here, I had students that would come in and they would have phones, and I mean, like the newest thing that just came out. Like, what was the last iPhone that came out 3 years ago? The iPhone, 15 or something like that?
Yeah, like 15.
Yeah. It was like the kids were getting that. They had hoverboards. Kids coming to school with I'm like, maybe you in school for 8 hours, and half of that is you sitting in a desk.
Child, back in the day,
the fact that they could the fact that kids now have cell phones and they actually can order their own food, like through Uber
online. I couldn't do that as a kid.
We had to go get our food. We couldn't. We barely had a phone to order.
Yeah, we ain't even have no money for the food. We was eating the school lunches back then.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, I remember in my time when my sister upgraded her phone, and then she passed me down her turquoise. Y'all remember the slide phone that used to?
I had that.
To the side, you just
yeah.
I had that phone.
Back when the blueberries and all that was popping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had that phone, that blue and that white and turquoise.
Like, man, I feel like, listen,
y'all know the government phone.
They just get on the internet and make money. Listen, these kids be making fast money than I ever saw.
And it's only going to get, I don't know if I want to say worse or better. But
here's the thing, I feel like the more you add on, the more that you kind of give and they have access to, they still have to have, I feel like no matter what generation you come from, you still have to have that common factor foundation.
I said that also because now it's this AI situation.
AI is getting
so it's like
it's worse than that up here. There's self-driving cars, y'all. Literally self-driving car. I was in an Uber. This was a couple days ago.
How do y'all feel about that? Okay, I'm sorry.
It's just it messed me up because I was like, there's somebody
in it
to me. Self-driving car.
Oh no, baby.
I'm not getting in that, baby. I'm sorry, baby. I'm not getting in that. I'm not getting in that. I'm not getting in that.
I got right back out and canceled the Uber. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I can't. Why do I feel like somebody's gonna crash? So I ordered another Uber. I got in the car and we were talking about it. And the same car that I was in drove past me with nobody in it. And he's like, what the hell? I'm like,
listen, I think my anxiety will probably go through the roof.
Yeah. And I had literally, I was, feeling nice. I was feeling real good. I had just did my little whoop de whoop. So I'm like, it's fresh. I get in the car, think there's somebody in there. I'm like, I gotta get out.
It's gonna feel funny, like you're used to somebody being in the car with you, or you actually drive, but you're just sitting, and then you look, and then there's nobody nowhere. Like,
and there's a robotic voice that tells you, "Hi, put your seatbelt on, please." What? Hell no.
If I'm gonna crash or take myself out, I'm gonna do it myself, or at least a human is gonna do it. I am not gonna be in the car with nobody driving. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing: they already got the self-driving 18-wheelers and stuff like already on the road. Have y'all heard about that?
Yes, we were talking about that too. Like, y'all, it's bad, and then like they're trying to take out. I'm like, y'all can't take away gas stations. I need that, baby. I'm not getting no Tesla.
You gotta think about it.
They are.
You gotta think about it for the kids in the future, though. It's gonna get so good or so bad that it's not going to be jobs available because they're going to have robots and AIs and all these things doing these jobs. So they're going to require everyone to go to school and get a degree, which could be bad or good, but they're going to take all these low-level jobs with these new technologies that's taking over.
Oh, yeah, like all the... But here's the thing. You still need, like, people with trade, like I feel like electricians and all that shit going to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like restaurant jobs, they already have the little robots that bring the food to your table and you just grab your food off the tray. They already got that, so you don't need no server. You don't need a
I've had two experiences. One was when I was at Wendy's, and so the person actually there's no the person like talk to you through the drive-through. No.
Oh yeah, it's automated now.
The computerized thing that talks to you.
Yeah, the AI.
Yeah. I'm like, excuse me.
And then another one was I was at the gas station and the man was looking at me like I'm crazy, but like I didn't know. So they had a self-checkout thing, but he was there, but he telling me like to pay for my gas there. I don't know what I'm doing with this self-checkout.
I want to pay right here with you. I want to pay with you.
Like, sir, I'm crazy. This is new to me.
If something go wrong at the gas station and it charged me too much, I come back to you and tell you what happened.
And
Not
then
this
that's
computer.
depending on your account for days. You'd be like, okay, where my money back?
Because I know
Exactly.
some people still like pay at the pump or whatever. I don't. I always go inside. That's just what I'm used to.
Me too.
You
Go
know what?
inside.
I feel like the self checkout and the AI stuff is equivalent to a grandmother that still take out her checkbook in the line. People be like, why don't you just use your card? And it's like it's so much easier, and people still writing like that check. That I'm like, it's kind of equivalent.
Listen, I know somebody that still writes a check.
Oh no,
that person's around my age. It still got checkbook.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like sometimes that's a useful tool because you have to do it for certain stuff. That's like
No. Boy, I went to the bank and did a check for the first time. I was confused.
Okay.
Right. I'm like, I'm so used to just sending it over.
Man, I'm sitting through cash app. I ain't finna do. I'm sitting through cash app.
But why do we still have that checks? Like, I mean, you should have been on.
It's literally the same thing as learning how to write cursive. They took that out of the curriculum.
Oh yeah.
There is no more cursive. I don't even teach cursive.
Right.
So
But
if there's no more cursive,
no.
Then how do
we do
kids
type
supposed to sign their name with like important?
Literally, the way we do it at school, the way I do it with my students is that they trace their name and then they write their name. That's their cursive. And I was like,
to Richard's point, he's right. He's right because even when I got like when I was in school, yeah, we semi had to know how to do it. But my 8th grade teacher, when we got an A grade, because she see where things was going, she made us learn how to do cursive. But however, I'll be transparent. By the time I got in high school, they were pushing more towards Excel, learning how to use the computer, this and that. So
Aaron, you remember when they took out the computer? They literally took out the entire computer lab at our school and replaced it. And I was just like,
with what?
New computers.
I thought you were about to say tablet because I remember when I graduated, that's when I started playing tablets and stuff.
Listen, I remember being in school, and this was in grammar school when they had the Apple computers and the colorful ones. You remember
the big one?
Yeah, the big ones are all different colors.
Yeah, my sister. Yeah, my sister had it. Okay, then. Well, you know what? I'm gonna squeeze this last clip in, and then we be out of here.
As opposed to what you feel like they said will change your life. It'll change your relationship. It'll change your marriage. It'll change your friendship. It'll change your relationship with your mother, whoever, your business partner, whoever, whatever. As a man who's still pretty young in his marriage, 60%, 55% of the issues that I've had with my wife aren't because either she or me were saying something crazy, but rather we responded to not what was said, but to what we feel like they said. We were listening through the filter of our emotions, through the filter of our feelings. And truth be told, that's not fair. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to them. It's unproductive. It doesn't really handle the issue at hand because listen, I could be feeling whatever. And based off what I'm feeling, I can hear whatever. Who does that help? It doesn't help you. It doesn't help your partner or whoever you're talking to. It doesn't help anybody. It's unproductive. And so it's really, y'all make the effort to be sober. Make the effort to be sober in your hearing, to be sober in your responses. Make sure you're responding to what was said as opposed to what you feel like someone said.
Agreed.
Yeah. It's like assuming you're making an ass out yourself because of you're assuming you heard something and it's totally off base. It's totally left from what.
Yeah. When you heat it, every word is already 10 times worse.
Yeah, you hear it through
your feelings. So you have to calm down and not so much focus on what they say or how they say it, but just take it for exactly what it is. So you don't add extra to the situation, or you won't add extra harshness to the situation and like, oh, I can't believe you said I didn't even say it like that. You know what I mean? Like, calm down.
Literally. That's what it's always good to go and not go into a heated argument situation and you haven't thought it through first, because your first reactions gonna be reactions that may not be good. You may say something that you may regret later.
Look, I'm a test to that, cause, woo, yeah, my temper bad. My temper is really, really bad. But it's only bad when
You take it down.
or if they take it there.
If it's stuck there, it's stuck. So please,
I mean,
don't get
because
stuck.
I don't control the situation. I control my reaction. So I be trying to be cool, calm, and collected. But it's like sometimes I just be like, you know what? I've been giving you a lot of passes. You just need this one time and it just need a little tap one time. But that one time turned into like, this really big thing. So I try not to like spaz or anything. I'm like, let me just breathe, think of it. Because orange don't look good on me. Brown don't look good on me. I don't do gel. Okay. I
No,
don't
you
do,
gotta go to jail. I'm gonna eat you up with these words. It's gonna make you so mad.
see no
You're gonna
see
want it. You're gonna want to hit me, but you're not gonna hit me because I'm gonna tear you
my
up.
temper go like that. My words cut. And it makes me want to fight. And it just go from there. Because I'll talk
It make
everything
you want to fight, but you ain't gonna touch me.
everything under the sun. Ain't none everything off limits.
You say you look good and brown. Okay, UPS.
Look, I be trying
Delivery driver.
I be cool, calm, and collected until I'm not. Because I don't do stupidity or disrespect. Disrespect me is up. You be
Uh-oh.
speaking,
I'm nice. I'm nice. I'm nice.
I'm nice too until I'm not.
See, and
I'm
I
nice.
think, but when I saw that clip and when I heard it for myself before I sent it to y'all, I'm like, you know what? He's absolutely right because sometimes it's hard to have that sober mindset to actually just see things and hear things for face value. Because, like, when I know emotions could cloud judgment, and sometimes emotions could twist a person's words versus what they say for verbatim. And I feel like that's where a lot of disconnect happens in arguments and debates. Is that no, hear me out for what I'm saying, not how you feel what you think I said.
Yes.
Also, sometimes alcohol and other
Oh
drugs
yeah, when that
play a big part for some
yeah,
people, not for
it
everyone.
does.
For me, it doesn't. It actually doesn't. Like I don't. The way I am usually when I'm mad is always where I'm at, whether I'm drinking or anything. Like that's just me. But some people, it affects them in a different way.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen, it's no
But
shame.
I will say that does help. The alcohol is gonna help.
Well, you know what they say when
It's
you
gonna
drink,
help
the
that
truth
conflict.
come
It's gonna help start it off. It's gonna help.
Yes,
It's gonna help kick it
yes.
off. It's gonna help kick it off. It's gonna help kick it off.
Yeah, but I feel like it's a cop out when people be like, oh, when they the issue, and then they be like, they deflect and be like, oh, it was just the liquor talk. Like, no, sometimes a drunk fool tell you telling the truth. So if that's really how you feel, whenever you get to your sober mind, we're gonna address this, and then this shit.
Drunk lasting sober thoughts. I'm telling you, because if you drunk and you acting like this, I could be drunk and even though I'm not, and just go,
I was once with someone and they tried to have a good conversation without them smoking or anything like that. And they was refusing to do it. So I already knew kind of like what I was dealing, what type of person I'm dealing with, and I needed to like let that go because you really like I knew what it was, but if that's enhancing, you can't even have a conversation with me without like, yeah, this ain't for me.
Yeah, seriously. Like, yeah.
Even I'm gonna bring this up. Even sometimes I know I'm sure if y'all had this situation, but it does happen where you meet up with the person or something and they have to smoke or they have to drink or they got to do that type of thing first.
Like a pregame mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure y'all had some
Yeah.
sneaky links before or whatever, and they come over, they need a drink or something like that. To I don't know if it's to get them.
But yo, that's okay though. That is to connect. That is to connect, because especially in the sense of like a hookup. Let's have a drink or whatever,
Right.
and then Don't have me walk in and then just be like, drop them. Like,
But
no.
no, I don't feel like
That's
I
so
don't feel like it should
tacky.
be.
Oh my god.
I don't like that because I actually don't like that because I've been in a situation and I didn't have anything to drink, and they was looking at me like I'm crazy. I literally had nothing because I just wasn't thinking that you needed a drink before that
Yeah.
could happen.
Yeah.
I think it's just I think it's just a courtesy thing. It's just like how girls be like, girl, I just arrived to your house, girl. Let me get you a drink real quick. Just some opener type shit. But here's the thing: if it's
I like it though.
repetitive,
Ooh.
but if it's repetitive to a point where it's like, okay, now it's becoming a thing, then it's like, okay, now I gotta kind of question.
So do y'all need that before?
I mean,
No,
help
it's
y'all.
something you need. It don't got to be like drugs or alcohol, but I feel like you need something. I feel like
I love.
you be feeling like like a slut. Because sometimes people be like, come straight in and like get right to it, and I'll be like,
no.
hold on, hold on.
No.
Now, this is my thing. You live on the 3rd floor. Oh, I'm out of breath. You try to tell me to get right to it. Excuse me. Wait a minute, like no, like
water, an asthma pump. You
hello.
in it. Wait.
Let me. Can I breathe first?
Literally, like slow down, Jim Shoe.
I got a friend like that. Like he be like, come upstairs. He was like the 3rd floor. He be like, no sound, no music. And I be like, listen, if you touch me, I'm gonna punch you right now. Please don't touch me. Like, I'm like, where the music at? Can we talk first? And they'd be like, come here, wait. I'm like, no, I don't like it.
I definitely had a situation like that where I had to go to the bathroom. So by the time I got out the bathroom, like instantly, like they was ready. They was ready. And I'm like, whoa, like hold on, like damn.
You know what? I feel like this. I feel like when it comes to a dynamic like that, it has to be finessed in a way where it's like, okay, we're gonna get there, but like add some magic to it, add some razzle dazzle to it, like
what a foreplay at?
What a foreplay? What a how you been? Like,
but you know what? Some men be like, well, I thought the conversations we have that was the foreplay. Now you're here. We gonna get back to business type shit. like
you can do that after, but in the gay world, if we do be hooking up, okay, you can do that after the 2nd or 3rd time, but like the 1st time, don't come at me like that. You need to come regular, like, can we talk, please? Like,
yeah, it makes the person comfortable.
Yeah, you want to pull my shoe off for me? I don't want you to pull my shoe off. Let me do it myself. Stuff like that.
It is. But listen, some people have to learn, But I feel like once you read the vibe of a person, then you know how to move. If you know a person just very quick and easy, then it's like, okay, you know how to move.
Not very quick.
It's hard in the gay culture though. I promise you, because we hook up in a heartbeat, and when we do that, we don't know how the person want it until we get there. And a lot of times they be like, drop them, and you ain't have the person drink or smoke. We can chat, and that's okay, or turn some music on. They be wanting to just grab you and come here. You be like, hold on, like, man.
I want to clarify because of what you just said, because not everybody, but most of them do.
Right. Most of them, yes.
Yeah.
Most. A good majority, we over 80%.
Because I'm still waiting, because I'm past due.
Okay.
Listen, I feel like when you're in your youthful time, in your youthful years, it's so fast and easy. You just be hot and ready. You don't be giving a fuck. But then as you get older, you be like, damn, where's the magic? Where's the finesse at? You just want me to drop my draw like I'm in my prime 18.
Like I'm a $2. Like I'm a $2.
Yeah, I'm a seasoned man. You're gonna come with some respect. Now I'm gonna drop my shit, obviously, but at the same time, you're gonna have to put in that work.
Wait, you said, you just said I'm going to drop it. Obviously, damn, it's still coming off.
Or do y'all ever get where people have the assumption that because you are a top or because you're a bottom that you get more sex all the time? Have y'all got that from people?
Yeah, or like people
Another
go,
year.
or like, you in the city where you from, like you from Chicago, so people be like, oh, I heard about you or whatever, whatever,
Oh yeah.
and they just assume it's not even like that. The person that told you it don't even go like that. Like no,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
no,
people be quick to say that shit.
Or
yeah,
even just what you said. Even when people mention your city, they think, oh, they be doing all this down there. But are you here? Do you live here? Because I'm sure they do that in your city too.
thank you, and
Like, you know what? No shade, but some cities have rightfully so earned certain they titles. Some have rightfully so earned their titles. You
but
know.
each experience is different, meaning that
Mhm.
what this guy, what happened between me and this guy happened that way because of the energy transfer or what
Right. Like you
you
mentally
coming over,
unlock my
you
ability.
coming over, right? I
Like
feel like it's
I'm gonna give
different.
this person the magic treatment. You're not gonna get this same slice of the pie. You might get great value versus the brand,
Ooh,
but that's what it's gonna give.
not the
That's how you get.
generic.
That's how you get a man though. You find somebody. You be a little. Withdrew, fall back, and oh, you not finna get it, or you know what I'm saying. When you do different, that's when you get different results. If it's the same, you're gonna get the same results. If it's like a sexual energy that's gonna stay there, but if you be a little different, you get different.
Okay then. Well, that's it for me. We ran through all five, and I'm glad y'all enjoyed it for real. I really did. Because I
Oh,
was
for
thinking in
sure.
my head,
Thank
he was
you.
gonna run through this so fast. I'm like, oh shit, we running out of things.
I'm here, guys. I had to take allergy medicine because
Listen, my allergies killing me now.
You just
I've
toe
been
up
seeing,
today.
Mm.
Toe
I've been
up.
seeing you fixing up yourself. Damn, Richard, you look good already.
You talking about nails and all that, but no shade. I think about just investing in some nice nail stuff, like some clear polish. I don't know what they call it at a nail shop.
The
But,
clear polish, you gotta get the one that make your nails strong.
okay.
Oh,
The
you
strong.
we could tell what type of gay boy you is. You didn't even know. You saw us so what you say? Clear polish or whatever. I don't know what they call it. They're like, whew.
That just
Well,
shows. That just shows I
you
don't
know what
be. I
I
don't be
like.
doing all that. I don't be doing none of
I
that.
don't either. I don't either. Look
But
at
there's
my.
nothing wrong with
Okay,
maintenance.
and guess what? We need to go. If you don't do it, we all need to go get a pedicure and a manicure. Let's go.
I always wanted to do that shit.
It is
Oh,
so relaxing to indulge in that world. It's like, oh, self care is so amazing. You should try it if you haven't tried it.
I do it, but it's just not a thing for me.
Ugh.
Some people.
Don't
Some
put
people.
no polish for me, but I'm going. Don't put the polish. I don't like the polish.
Well, nowadays the boys are putting all types of colors on them.
For real. Now you know what I would do. Say I do want to get mine painted one day, but like a superhero, like Captain America or Wolverine. So I do want to do that one day.
Mm, not for me.
One day, and that gotta be real spicy. Maybe on Halloween.
All right, bye, Richard. But yeah, that's the end of the show, guys, because I gotta get ready now.
All right. See y'all later.
Bye, bye,
All
everybody.
right. Bye.